Hi guys, I hope you're good since last video. What are in reality the struggles you may face while creating your agentic app? Are LLMs models consistently providing same answers or be able to do their job? Or is there any logic issues in your application? Is it the LLM or is it your app itself? In this video, we are going through some test runs and you will be able to answer to those questions by yourself. I found AI videos on YouTube a bit too super perfect. Video editing is nice, but we will see in this project what kind of sort of things I have experienced. We will go through some logs as well. Let's get started. First run. So we're gonna go through different runs. This will be just the first run. I emptied all the logs, so we have fresh logs. But I'll be doing that for every single run. I didn't get rid yet of the warnings, but it's compiling. So here I'm just asking it to add a secret message in a note file in the repository, asking it to use a specific agent, and I'm asking the agent after to do the git. So here we got a problem at the end. It couldn't recognize the tool. So here we're going to change the model. So we're going to be testing different models. We're going to start with a Llama 4 Scout 17B. So I'm using also Llama 3.3 70B. And the third model is a Qwen 3.370B. So we're going to start actually with a 3.370B first. The Llama 1. So I'm just going to quickly change it for all my agents payloads. There are several of those. We have the pull request agent, the main agent, the SRE agents. And now we're going to run and see how Llama 70B performs. There'll be a part in which I will go through the logs, so you'll be able to see some logs. But here we just see how the graph ends. Unknown tool, git commit work tool. So this is what you need to know. I'll do another run. Is it the LLM or is it the application issue? The fact that it doesn't recognize the tool, because this is the right name of the tool. Here, an agent problem, max loop reached. So it's been looping and it couldn't stop the loop of using tools. Now we're going to try the other model, the Llama 3 17B. I mean the Llama 3 Scout, the Scout one. And we're going to run it also. I'm fast forwarding a bit. This is the normal run. This is how quick it goes because I'm using Cerebras. It's blazing fast. We got the same issue here. Max tool loop. I'm going to run it again just to see what's going to happen. Max tool loop reached. Again, the same issue. Let's try now with Qwen 3.32B. I'm going to just fast forward the model swapping. And after we're going to do the test run and see what's going to happen. Okay, we have our warnings. We didn't get rid of it yet. And now we're going to start running it. Okay. We have passed some steps. Still going on. That's good. I believe this one is going to arrive to the end. So this is how it ends with the dispatcher. It still says error, I haven't fixed it, but we have the 204 status code. And after that, normally it should go to Discord as a notification for the human. So the instructions, we got the initial instructions here. It has picked the right agent. It has to be SRE2 agent, because I said I didn't tell the name of the agent, but I say what the agent should be responsible of. The agent is ready for the next set of requirements. The report at the end. SRE2 agent has successfully completed the task by updating the required file. Okay. Fulfill requirement and document changes accordingly. The team stays available and so on. So this is the ask him to be polite at the end and to be available for next task. And to always say, always ready from Shibuya. Okay. So the Quen model could run the graph to the end. Let's see the Discord notification. Let's check. So I have a special category for that. This one. And here we can see that we have received the message. Okay, the instruction, that's what I have shown you at the end. So if you can see, I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, so that's the same message. The agent has fulfilled the work. Okay, the human team can now review the changes and apply it to the cluster. So behind it, there are some Git repositories with some YAML files linked to a Kubernetes cluster. There is an agent responsible of application and the other one responsible of the Kubernetes cluster itself. Okay. So we've seen that the Llama models, they struggled a little bit. Sometimes they don't recognize the tool, and sometimes they're not able to end the loop. Let's have a little break. Now the agentic flow review. Let's just check the logs. Got the Quen model running fine. We're just going to see what are the steps. So my advice is for you to put some logging into your application, otherwise you won't understand what's going on. You see how quick it goes when it runs. If you have something still more organized, that you can organize it by yourself. So let me go, here is when Quen started. Human request analyzer. SRE1 or SRE2 has picked the right agent. Send the secret message. The secret message hasn't been actually displayed at the end after we send it. And when we send it, we say what's the next node. SRE2 agent has picked the right node. We got the instructions and we have some mini agent inside. First mini agent is to read. It's going to be using a tool to read, because I found that when you give too many tools to one agent, it doesn't perform well. So here I'm just going to give one tool per agent. So I'm sure that it uses the right tool. That's why I suggest you to use lots of mini agents. It's more consistent. Okay. And the current state, the project is currently in development. Future plans. So after here, there are some hallucination. After you need to work on the prompts and work more on the logic also. How messages are passed. But here we're more focused into the process and comparing those models and see what they're doing. Okay, and after here we have another mini agent which is going to be writing to a file. So here we see is writing to a file called notes. That's the targeted file, the right one, but it's not writing the content is not the right one. It's talking about Nginx and everything. And after we have one which is going to commit, it says commit through, another one which is going to create the report. And that report is going to be then takes send. So I'm using channels, multiple sender and a single consumer. And after here, the take send has the initial instructions. We're trying to keep those initial instructions going through in the context so that all agents understand what's going on. But it doesn't prevent it to be lost, as we've seen at the end. And after here, we're going to tell which is the next agent. So that's the last key value pair in this hash map. With additional application details on the secret message, Joko is in Shibuya. The final manifest shows, and after here we have the next agent. It goes to the pull request agent, receives those instructions. So this is his context to start with. Okay, so we just send what is needed, so we don't go over the context. And after we have same here, the read agent, the pull agent, and the report. So he's targeting the right agent, SRE2 agent to read, SRE2 agent to pull his work. This is linked to his branch. And after the report is going to be sent. Here the context is a bit bigger. Goes to the main agent. And after here it's going to be sent to the main agent. And the main agent it's where everything is going to stop. So here it's just going to be understanding which agent has done which work, reading the context. Okay. And after here the report part. File include the required application. Okay, we still have the secret message until the end. But I don't think it has been written to the file. Okay. And here we have a merge, so it's going to merge on the branch. Git pull request has been validated. And after the instruction is to merge it. And at the end we have the reports. Okay. We've seen the mini agent, some issues with some models. The application is fine, but there are some improvement to do. Consistency check the next day. Let's run it again and see if Quen model is that good, because we said that it's good, but is it consistent? Not sure. I get rid of the logs and I'm gonna run it again. Okay, let me find the comment. Here it is. Request analysis schema. Dispatcher error. Both keys are empty. Okay, so it couldn't identify the right agent from the beginning. So we got an error. I just want you to see the reality of building an agentic app. And here it couldn't recognize the tool, same as the Llama models. Okay. So I created some custom errors so that I understand where it's from. So that was the executing tool error. And now looks like no, it doesn't run to the end. Git pull work tool. Execute tool engine error again. Okay, let's clear this. Let me get rid of the logs and do another run. So it's just to show you that it doesn't work 100%. There are some improvements to do at different stages and steps. Max loop tool, agentic error. So we've seen all the errors that you can see and that you've seen with the Llama models. Llama models, my issue with those is that they're a bit too verbose, and the verbosity can create some confusion for the next agent. Now it seems like it's going to be running to the end. Yes, now it runs to the end. So you see how many times I had to run it to get it to arrive to the end of the agentic flow. Okay. So after here, when I check on the logs, it has picked the right agent. So I don't need to check the logs of the error ones because my errors are very explanatory. So I know where it is from and what's going on. But here we can see just the flow. The message, secret message, Junko is in Shibuya, is kept along the way. So we're going to check if it is preserved to the end. Not sure. Also in the structure output, we might need to not say manifest because it's going to think that it's Kubernetes related stuff because of the key. So there's a lot to improve. You have to work on the word that you're using, the keys that you're using, the prompts have to be improved for consistency. So after having done a bigger boilerplate application like that, that's when you might need to go into Claude or ChatGPT to dump all your prompts and ask for suggestions in how to improve those, telling about what's the issue in the application and what's your objective. So you can write, 1 or 2 pages. So you have everything ready and you give the file to those AI super powerful ones, the proprietary ones, the leading ones. Okay, so here we commit, we report. The message is still here, explanation. So here it has created a key that I didn't put in the structure output. For example, explanation, I haven't put it in. There's no explanation in the structure output, but it has created it by itself. Next node, that's where we see it's PR agent. So it goes to the next node. Okay. So the next nodes are deterministic. So it's not the agent who is going to choose the next node. It's in the application logic. And after here, the PR agent. So you can see in details here. You can read it while listening to what I'm saying. Okay, and after here, we keep going. We go into the mini agent. So what I did big nodes. And inside each node, there will be API calls for tool use, API call for structured output, one mini agent. The next mini agent is going to do the same. Tool call, structured output, and so on. So at the end, the node is going to be delivering this message with the next node. Next node is main agent. It goes to the main agent. So I'm asking it to be a JSON, and you see all those slashes. They're accumulating, but it's fine as the LLM can read the text. That's all I need from it, and I need it to not get any error for JSON passing. So as soon as it is passing the test, it's okay. Discord check, and we got the message here also. Okay, so please review and merge the pull requests, SRE2 agent, and describe the report below, updated SRE2 notes, commit the changes, so you can see the whole story. The notes file has been updated in the secret Junko in Shibuya, and changes were committed. So here we get a nice feedback. of what's happened. Repository check. So all those agents, they link to a repository, especially the SRE agent, as we've seen in the previous video. So here is the main repository. We're going to check on those Git branches and see what are the status, because it says that it has used the tools, but is that true? So here I don't see any update in this file. So the pull request didn't work, even if it said that it had used the tool. So the issue can come from the LLM or can come from your application. And this is more an application issue. Maybe the comments, the way I'm writing the comments, is not right. So I need to add some more error catching on logging. So here we're just going to move to the main branch and check the main branch. This is what is inside the folder of this repository. Okay, hasn't been updated for sure. If the PR didn't work, the main branch can't merge anything new. So here we're going to go into the SRE2 agent repository. Okay, we can see that the nodes, something has been written, but we don't see the secret message, Junko in Shibuya, for example. And the agent work under should be normally all those new inputs from the agent, but nothing has been done properly. So you see, it has written something into the notes file, but not what we wanted it to. What we wanted to write in that file. So that's how you're going to be checking your application and improving it. Okay, so we can see here we didn't get the git commit also done because it's still red in the status. So I'm just going to delete everything for my next runs that I'm going to do, but we know that need more prompt engineering, also fixing the git comments. We have seen that Llama models are behind. I've never been satisfied by their verbosity, leading to missing the initial objective point issue. Qwen model has been the most consistent, even if not perfect yet, but we are working with the smaller versions as we want something possibly running locally and easily. We have seen that the app needs some improvement, especially the Git tools, as they are used by the agent, but not effectively performing the Git commands. Logging is important when creating an agentic application to be able to understand what is going on. I still stay on my idea of building an application software without AI, and after see where in the architecture AI could be introduced to perform specific targeted tasks. But it is not reliable for an entire app to rely on AI yet, and too risky. I still enforce my idea of using sub-agents, lots of mini agents. In next video, I will go through some of the code. I use this project as a huge boilerplate of AI logic for my next project, using Rust at the same time, so challenging myself. We will see how messages are transmitted from nodes to nodes. Okay, let's stop here. Hope that you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.